Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I do need to let you all know before we dive into today's subject matter that we do have a tropical cyclone happening in the next day or two here in Queensland, Australia. It's probably going to hit Brisbane and the Gold Coast the hardest. Don't know about the sunny coast. We'll find out. We're just all like waiting, and the mainstream media is absolutely having a field day with this. They're causing a great deal of panic and stress, and people are going to these shops and doomsday prepping. Like yesterday, I literally went to the shops and you could barely find anything that you wanted on the shelves because people were just like ransacked the bloody place. It was nuts. So, mass panic, mass mayhem for a category 2 cyclone, which brings about strong winds and all that sort of stuff, which means that if we get hit hard, if I get hit hard where I am in Queensland, then it could mean power outages, water outages, flooding, you name it, the whole shebang that they talk about. So we've got to be prepared. And it could mean that there might not be a video on Friday because apparently the cyclone is meant to hit Thursday night and into Friday morning. So depending on how bad it is will also depend on whether or not I will be having access to internet or access to power in general. We'll wait to see what actually happens. So I wanted to let you all know about that. All right, getting into today's subject matter. It is obviously about Andrew Tate. People's reactions over on X have been fantastic to read over the Patrick Bet-David interview. And I want to say this. I know I titled the last video that I made, Patrick Bet-David Can't Be a Christian and Support Andrew Tate. It was a provocative title. And I want to say for everyone that didn't watch the video and made a comment based only solely on the title, please, next time when I make a video, don't leave a comment based on the title alone. It's just a title. It doesn't mean that the video content is going to be what the title says. The title is there for provocative reasons for the algorithm. I don't control the algorithm. I've got no responsibility over it whatsoever. I just make the titles so that people can see the video, click on the video, and hopefully they watch the content within the video. If people watch the content within the video, they would know that I never said that you can't be a Christian. I said that Christians should not support the likes of Andrew Tate. And I'm saying that once again. Now, today's subject matter is to dive into the reactions of most people, and one person in particular. Everybody knows who she is. She's quite a popular figure at the moment. She's actually started a new series, which is going to be rather intriguing. I think it's probably going to be Candace Owens' worst investigative journalist thing because she's diving into Harvey Weinstein and whether or not Harvey Weinstein is in fact guilty or not guilty. We'll find out what Candace Owens has to expose, right? She's even spoken to Harvey Weinstein, apparently. So, according to Candace Owens, he's been hard done by. And everyone is going to be shocked to learn what's happened to poor old Harvey Weinstein. Now, aside from that, Candace Owens, as we know, loves to support individuals like Andrew Tate. She's had him on her own show before. And it's quite interesting to me, and I didn't say this in the last video that I made, but conservatives are choosing to platform this imposter, this vile human being who has been accused of human trafficking over in Romania. And there's evidence of his vile exploits on X. You can see Andrew Tate admitting to doing the things that they are accusing him of doing. I think it's Milk Bar TV has done over 2 years of investigative journalism, proper journalism, and uncovered videos of Andrew Tate admitting things that he is being accused of over in Romania. And by the way, the court did not dismiss his case, I believe it was. So it's still going on over in Romania. It just means he's had his bail conditions laxed so that he can leave the country. That's about it. He's still the court case is apparently still going on over in Romania. But anyway, it's been interesting to see the likes of these other conservatives, such as Patrick Bet-David, Candace Owens, Benny Johnson, Alina Habba, or whatever her name is, come to the defense and choose Andrew Tate. Have you not seen any of the videos? Oh, wait, don't you care? Don't you care about any of the things that Andrew Tate has admitted to doing? And some of the videos that I have seen, it's vile and it's disgusting. And no Christian should be supporting the likes of Andrew Tate, knowing full well the teachings of Jesus Christ. The only reason why a Christian would want to speak to the likes of Andrew Tate is to try and rebuke him, first and foremost, and secondly, try and share the gospel with him. Because I believe that everyone can have a path to redemption and we can be used. But for the most part, or aside from that, nobody should be supporting him if you claim to be a Christian, because he does not align at all with Christian values or beliefs. In fact, he's so far against it. You may claim to be a patriot conservative and et cetera, because he supports Trump. That's about it. Just because you support Trump doesn't mean you have all the same values that we as Christians do. And I think Christians need to be very, very careful with choosing to put their support on the likes of someone such as Andrew Tate or even Candace Owens. Because Candace Owens, keep in mind, people defended her and said, oh, give her a break. She's pregnant. You know, she doesn't have the time to talk about the 70 Christians that were beheaded in the Congo recently. She won't make a video about that, but yet she'll spend over an hour listening to this interview with Andrew Tate on the PBD podcast. It takes not even a minute to write a tweet about the 70 Christians that were by Islamic extremists over in the Congo. Doesn't take much at all. But she chose to avoid that subject altogether. That's cowardice or selective bias. Let's just use that. If it hasn't got Israel in the mix, which, by the way, she made a video saying, oh, get used to the fact that the Epstein files won't ever be released because apparently it implicates Israel. So get used to the fact that we'll never see the Epstein files or the names or whatever else. She's making these claims. She keeps opening her mouth and she's got no idea what she's talking about half the time. Most of the time, in fact, nowadays. Like, this is what she said for the interview with Andrew Tate, and it's quite concerning. I'm about an hour into this interview, and it's great. Agreed with Andrew Tate on his analysis of DeSantis. Now, DeSantis doesn't want Andrew Tate in Florida. And believe it or not, a lot of Floridians actually agree with DeSantis. They don't want him in Florida either. And people have been asking him, DeSantis, that is, to kick Andrew Tate out of Florida. DeSantis apparently failed basic competency tests that ruined any chance of him running for future presidency in the future. American citizens who have not been convicted of a crime are, in fact, always welcome back into their home country. DeSantis allowing his personal feelings about Andrew could cloud his understanding of the Constitution and due process was an unforced error. No other way to slice it. Men are supposed to be rational and not emotional. Well, John Root goes, Andrew Tate calls himself one of conservatism's strongest soldiers, a leader, role model for young men, slanders America's greatest governor, desperately wants to be seen as a political prisoner like Trump, and PBD doesn't push back at all. For the entire interview, PBD did no pushing back whatsoever. They were just letting him run his mouth. Conservatism's biggest stars have elated this man, whose ideals have and are destroying an ungodly amount of young men and women. Tate has been spouting nonsense And all PBD and his boys do is sit back, laugh, nod their heads, and let Tate control the narrative through distraction, deflection, and false equivalences. Shameful. Yes. Ali Bestaki goes, by the way, this is the, what work that got applauded at the Oscars too. Footage of Andrew Tate performing, what games and beating a 14/15-year-old girl, Vivian, in 2012 when he was 25 years old, and of a still unknown girl running to safety as he goes to beat her with a belt. Right. So the thing is, you have lots of conservatives that are supporting Andrew Tate, and by supporting him, agreeing with what he's saying, platforming him in the way they're platforming him to heaps of people, and that ain't right to me. Why give this man such a platform to spread lies, to spread ideologies that no young kid should ever hear? And we wonder why we've got an issue with our young men. So according to Andrew Tate and his logic, 101, if you are not able to cheat on your wife, you become a PDF file. You got to have a mistress of sorts. And it's his reason that why in Russia, South America, why these elites don't end up becoming PDF files. No, they're the ones that actually control those disgusting things. They're the ones that actually human traffic a vast majority of them. Haven't you looked at the stats in South America especially? Like people that have got money, how do they make their money? So, and also, it's not your logic, or lack thereof, I should say. It has got nothing to do with whether or not you have a mistress. People will be people. They will be disgusting. They will do what they want to do. It has nothing to do whether or not they've got a mistress at all. Meanwhile, he's not monogamous and still became, what's his excuse? You say that. So here is a video of Andrew Tate going off on Romania for locking him up or keeping him for 3 years. Have a watch.
Gave them 3 years of my life, my reputation, missed my grandmother's funeral, didn't see 2 of my children, lost my money, lost my house, lost my cars, sat there, went to court on time, every single time, and it got rejected by the court. And now I'm kept on bail, and eventually they release it and let me fly. Am I supposed to do what? How long am I supposed to sit there while this country decides to try and find charges on me? Have I not done enough? Have I not given enough to Romania?
Right. So Andrew Tate's logic, or his, and funny how Candace Owens says, aren't men supposed to be rational and not emotional? All I saw was Andrew Tate be incredibly emotional during the entire interview and not 1 ounce of rationality coming through at all. And I'm not the only one that thinks that, by the way. Loads of people that listened to or watched the 3-hour-long conversation came across going, what are these lies? He's just attacking people that are leaps and bounds way better than he is. Attacking Ben Shapiro, attacking Megyn Kelly, attacking these people that are actually family people, that are monogamous individuals, that don't say, for the most part, ridiculous, stupid things on how to treat women and how to treat men. Andrew Tate is not a role model that people should be following at all. He goes completely against the Bible. He's a Muslim convert. He's following, obviously, Islam at the moment. He seems very aggressive to me. Not somebody that, as a Christian, I would want to follow or listen to. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.